Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the off season. Oh, Sookie now. What you want? What you gonna do? Yeah, it's time for the off season. I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson, and always I am here live with the Nasty Boys, Rob 45 and Ways. What the deal is, fellas? What the deal is, fellas? Yeah, we in the building. We're gonna talk some sports. Today's show gonna be a little different. You know, we're closing in on the showdown. We're closing in on the transition to the showdown, and so there is stuff happening, but there's a lot of stuff happening outside of sports too. So today should be a roller coaster ride on your emotions and also just in content in general. Almost what Up Though show like. The way we're going to be bouncing around some topics because a lot's going on, a lot has happened. I first, and I know I normally toss it to you guys with a what's up though, with a what up though rather, and I want to begin tonight and give a big shout out to the Randolph family and my brother. My brother lost his best friend this morning. He's a hood legend out here. His name is Dale Randolph. He goes by Cisco. Everybody got to know him by different names. I called him Crisco. But and my nephew called me today. He calls him Scandy because some people call him Randy. He just called him Randy, Randy. He called him Scandy because he was scandalous. He was a hustler. He was a hustler. He's a hood legend. He wasn't BMF, but he was BMF affiliated, so to speak. They know him. You know that he know all of them. He was in the game. He was a hustler. He was an all around hustler. You name it, he did it. If it had to do with a way to get some money in the household, because he ain't had no job. Right. I've never known this dude to have a job. I mean, he made his own teeth, but anyway, he did. This nigga made his own dentures and shit.
Hell no.
Yeah, so we lost my boy Scandy Randy, Handy Randy, Cisco, Crisco, whatever you call him. Dale Randolph, you will be missed, man. He's like a brother to me. Yeah, we had a little falling out, but fortunately we were able to squash that and get back on the right track before it was too late. And I feel terrible. I feel bad for my brother because they've been best friends as long as I can remember. And it's rough, man. It's rough. And so, big ups to the Randolph family, man. Big ups to the Randolph family. And no explosion, no moment of silence, just moving on. Ways, what's going on with you, brother?
Not much, man. Just kind of my days. We gotta go back to school here in a little less than a month, so I'm gonna enjoy what summer I have left.
All right, I feel you, Rodney Dangerfield, back to school. Rob 45. I know that went right over their head, y'all. I know there's some older folks out there watching. Went right over their head. Rob 45, what's going on with you, man?
Ain't nothing much, just chilling.
Okay, all right, we're gonna roll with that. Of course, he's in Minnesota. Of course, he's chilling. That's what they do. It's always cold. They can't do nothing else.
Eagerly awaiting back to school time for the kids.
Eagerly awaiting back to school time. But what about back to school time for you? How's your school going?
School's going pretty good. Starting my third month next week.
Okay,
nice.
Cool.
So
cool. Somebody sent me something about getting into producer school. I guess I've been talking about it too much, and it's showing up in my algorithm now. That algorithm is weird, man. That thing is weird. You look at something too long, next thing you know, you're getting ads about it.
Yep. And it's not even just looking at it.
No, it's not.
You could be in a conversation with somebody and say something, and it pops up.
Yeah, because I got school ads for going to be a producer, and I'm like, dude, it's tempting as it is. I know I want to. If you'd have sent me this ad a few years ago.
See, my stuff's been popping up.
Maybe I'll do it, and then me and Rob 45 gonna be producer partners.
See, y'all at least got cool ads, because my ads, it's just fishing lures shaped like footballs, and I don't need that. I've never asked for that,
You
but
always
because
talk
my
about
interests
fishing
are
and
fishing
football.
and football, they're like, well, let's mix it together. Like, no, that's not what we do.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the classes, and then me and Rob 45 gonna be a producer duo.
We're gonna start our label.
We're gonna have our own label. We're gonna be a producing duo. And we're gonna name it
And the logo is going to be a football fishing lure.
and the logo is gonna be a football fishing lure. That's what it's gonna be. And we're gonna be the football fishers.
Football fish.
That's not gonna happen. But yo, yeah, we gonna do our thing, man. So watch out for it. The Rob 45 and Squirrel collab coming up.
Hey, I'm down.
I'm down. Oh, he down for it. See, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Y'all think we playing? It's gonna happen, and we gonna take over. We gonna be the next big thing. He got his artist from Minnesota. I'm gonna get me an artist from here in Detroit, and we just gonna blow them up, and we ain't gonna even do nobody. Everybody else just we ain't even paying everybody else no attention. It's just gonna be that's it. Everybody gonna be trying to jump on the train. We might do it for a price, but we pushing two guys.
We gonna call the group from the 313 to the 612.
That's 313 to the 612. We gonna call them the 36 11 12. Anyway. Brandon Ayuk has reported to camp today.
Dope.
Okay.
That's a good sign. That's a good
Brandon
sign.
Ayuk has reported to camp. John Lynch came out today and said, "Hey, yo, we have every intention of signing Brandon Ayuk. Stop talking. Stop with the trade talk. When if anything can happen, of course, but we are completely committed to signing Brandon Ayuk. And Ayuk, as a follow up to that comment, reported to camp today." So we'll see. The 49ers, they have a history of being late to the party when it comes to signing their people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They remember Debo had me nervous.
Oh man, did he? Legit
He
was
signed
sweating on
late.
podcast.
Yeah, he's dude. I was hurt. I was worried. But yeah, Debo signed late in the year, late in the off season. So there's a chance that Ayuk will sign late in this off season and be there. The Lions tend to sign early. That way they can get somebody you think, oh, he paid him too much, and then everybody else start getting their contracts. You're like, damn, well, break.
Right.
You sign them early, you get them cheap. Brad Holmes understands that. Brad Holmes, and cheap is relative, by the way. Cheap is relative.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what I say when I sell Cadillacs. When people say, "What's cheapest? What's cheapest?" I want the cheap one. I say, "We don't do cheap. We do more expensive and less expensive." Which
There's nothing cheap about a Cadillac.
nothing cheap up in here. It's everything's expensive. Then they say, "Which one is less expensive?" Don't worry about it. You're buying the more expensive one. Anyway. In the pre-show, he brought it up, and I already had this plan, so this is not a pre-show edition. This was already in the books. Don't know if you heard, but like I said, we're gonna be all over the map, and I'm guessing he'll have something to say about it, considering our previous conversation. Sandra Massey in Springfield, Illinois. Remember that name, Sandra Massey.
Mm-hmm.
In Springfield, Illinois, called 911 because she suspected a prowler outside of her house.
Mm-hmm.
The police showed up, and there was no prowler. They didn't find evidence of a prowler. They didn't find anyone in the area. They came inside, and they were talking to her, interviewing her. There was water boiling on the stove. So they told her to go turn the fire off because we don't want a fire in here.
Right.
She goes to turn off the fire, and she goes to pour the water into the sink, and one of the officers started stepping back. And she said, "Where you going?" He said, "I'm just stepping back. You got scalding hot water there." And she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." And he said, "What?" She said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." The other cop pulled his pistol, pointed it at her, and said, "You say you better not. I'll shoot you in your fucking face." Excuse the language, but I couldn't help but to quote him exactly there. The body cam cuts to a blurred vision of her on the floor. One cop saying, "Hey, I'm going to get the kit, which is the first aid kit." And he said, "No, don't worry. That was a headshot. She's done." So Officer Sean Grayson has been arrested and charged with murder.
Good.
Shot this lady in the face, or shot this lady in the head, in the face, and it was so avoidable. It's scary, and his attitude after the fact was so nonchalant. It's scary.
It was deplorable.
Yeah. Lil Pork Chop showed me the first video where it showed her the first interaction where she got shot. And then me and Law Chambers were sitting in the studio working on some tracks. And he saw another video that showed the aftermath. This bitch is crazy. That's what the man said. This bitch was crazy.
It's terrible.
It's got me so heated, I ain't even got words. I ain't even got words for it.
It was deplorable. It was terrible. It was a very, very terrible situation. Terrible
It's
story.
very avoidable. So
extremely avoidable. Extremely avoidable. And it's painful to watch because she is being so nice.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't even pick up the pot.
She's not even being nice. She's being so pleasant.
Yeah.
She's so pleasant, so meek, so not confrontational. She's the one that called you.
Yeah.
And she is being so non-threatening to two big police officers.
Big man.
It is not a life or death situation.
No.
Yes, a pot of boiling hot water could harm you. It didn't look like she was aiming it at him. And even if so, it was only a couple of steps to step back and say, "Yo, put it down."
It didn't even look like she picked up the pot to me. And if she did, she probably
looked like she picked it up and walked over towards the sink.
Well, I've seen the video slow down, and she did pick it up. She put it on the edge of the sink, and when he pointed his weapon at her, her hands were off of the pot and in the air when he shot her.
Yeah, because she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." When he said, "I shoot you in your effing face," and she said, "Oh, I'm sorry," and she threw her, she like dropped. I was like, "This is terrible."
Yeah,
it is terrible. It is terrible. It is terrible, and there is no excuse. This man is a prisoner. He needs to go to prison. This was bold-faced murder. That is not police work.
I think they should just throw the book at him at this point.
That is not police work. I'm not an anti-police guy. I'm not F the policeman.
No.
I'm not always. This was not police work, and it was terrible. It wasn't a situation she brought on herself. It was a situation he brought on himself. He brought that on like he just wanted to do that, like he wanted to shoot somebody tonight.
Yes.
It was terrible. I feel for her family, and man, don't remember the name. Sandra Massey is the name. Don't let this story get swept under the rug. This guy needs to go away.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they are handling it well so far.
Yeah.
They are handling it well because there's not a single law enforcement expert defending his actions.
No.
Right.
They are pointing out mistake after mistake after mistake. He escalated it. He everything. He accelerated it. He escalated, accelerated. He pulled a weapon, and this you know what?
Yeah.
If you could see this lady, she's a little frail lady.
Yeah. You can hear in the tone of her voice she was being playful with the officer as she was speaking to him.
Right.
Like,
that's
the part that it's like is I don't care the situation, but you should be able to understand by the tone of someone's voice whether or not they're being aggressive or playful.
Right.
She was being very clearly
She
playful.
was not even close to aggressive.
No,
Exactly.
no.
She was
Even if she
extremely
wasn't playful,
about it.
even if she wasn't playing, she was not even close to aggressive.
Right.
Not even close.
She presented herself in no way as a threat.
She definitely didn't, but not a life losing threat, not a threat to his life at all.
No.
It was not a life threatening event at all. And I feel so bad. I feel so bad for her and her family and anyone else that is close to her.
Right.
So
me and Law Chambers are working on the track right now. When I put it out, all the proceeds from that track, we're working on a way to try to send that to her family.
That's good. That's good. I will listen to that one. On a different note, let's have a little fun.
Oh yeah, I like this.
It's been a roller coaster. I told y'all it was going to be a roller coaster ride. We go
It's ups and downs and ups.
Cisco, Ayuk, and then we, it's that kind of day. All right, I wrote down 6 names.
Okay.
3 running backs, 3 receivers.
3 running backs, 3 receivers.
I want you guys to elaborate. If you can elaborate, don't force it. But I want to hear your opinion. And the question for each of these football players,
okay,
over or under 1,000 yards this coming season.
Okay, I like this.
We'll start with running back, the Baltimore Ravens, Derrick Henry. Over or under 1,000 yards this year? Don't everybody speak at once.
Go under.
I'm going to go over.
Why do you say under?
It's a new offense for him. And then there's also Lamar. There's a Lamar Jackson factor.
What does that mean?
Lamar gets a lot of runs too. And then you also got, is Gus Edwards still there?
No.
Who's their backup?
Alexander Madison. No. That's not their backup.
Dalvin Cook, wasn't it? Didn't they sign Dalvin?
I believe so. I can't remember.
To be yeah, me either. I'm drawing a blank too.
That's a crowded running room, though.
Okay.
Sure.
I think they may reduce some of Lamar's running though. With maybe that's the reason they brought Derrick Henry, to keep Lamar healthy. So you don't no designed runs, just run him a lot less. What ways you said over?
Yes. What's not talked about when it comes to the Ravens is the fact that they have one of the best offensive lines in football.
True.
Derrick Henry has never gotten to run behind a good offensive line.
Very true.
And he was already the king.
Yes, Dalvin Cook is with the.
I ain't gonna say he was the king. There is a guy in Frisco named Christian McCaffrey, but I hear you though. Anyway,
And that passing attack is going to definitely help him out.
what about running back? No, let's go receiver. Let's switch him up. Wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings, Justin Jefferson, under or over 1,000 yards this season.
Over.
Okay.
What do you say, Waze? You just said.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm going to go. I thought he was going to elaborate. I'm going over as well.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and elaborate on that then, Wade.
Well, my reasoning he's going to go over 1,000 is he's Justin Jefferson. He can have one of the worst quarterbacks in the league, but he's going to do what he does. He's going to get open.
Sam Darnold's gonna get him over 1,000. What do you say? What say
Sam
you?
Darnold, JJ McCarthy, Nick Mullins.
What say you there, Rob 45? Never mind. Okay. All right. Can you hear it? I don't know what's going on over there. He's it's a different world. You're muted now. You're unmuted now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. My interface just shut off.
You and this new stuff, you got to figure it out, man.
I know.
Every week since you've had your new equipment.
I know, and it's making me mad.
He'll figure it out eventually, folks. Give him a break.
They told me not to hook it up until we started the classes, but I did it anyway. So
there you go. See, you could have used your old stuff. Wasn't nothing wrong with it. But anyway, we'll move on. Running back for the Detroit Lions, Jahmyr Gibbs, over or under 1,000 yards this year.
I'm gonna say over.
Oh man, I'm gonna go over.
Okay.
It's not the greatest offensive line, but they did the job last year. The team's chemistry, just in general, is way better this year. And in saying that, that line's chemistry with their running backs is going to be way better. I have a feeling that Jahmyr Gibbs might be able to get that. He'll. I'm even going to say he might go 15.
Oh wow.
You guys still got David Montgomery, don't you?
They still got Dave Montgomery, don't they? Yes.
But I do think that Jahmyr is going to get the majority of the touches, and that's what's going to put him over 1,000.
Okay. All right. Wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons, Drake London, over or under 1,000?
Under.
That one depends.
On how old she has to be. She wears Depends. What is it?
That one depends on how much Kirk Cousins plays.
Really? So you don't think Michael Penix got it?
I don't think he's going to get him 1,000.
Ooh wee!
I think Penix is going to look more for the checkdowns.
Oh,
Going to look more for the tight end and the running back.
And as a Vikings fan, I can agree with that because that's exactly what Kirk Cousins does. He tends to look for the checkdowns. That's why I put Drake London as under.
But if Kirk had if Kirk's playing in Drake London, if Kirk's playing with Drake London the whole year, he'll definitely get 1,000 yards.
Y'all, it's funny because y'all picking the same answer for two different reasons. He said Kirk Cousins is going to keep him under 1,000. You're saying Kirk Cousins will get him over 1,000. I don't think you're watching Michael Penix. I don't think you've watched this kid if you think he's a check down quarterback. This dude got a gun.
But
have you watched any of the film yet from his OTAs? The coaches can't even catch the ball. His coaches can't even catch the ball because it's coming too fast. His coaches are like, we can't catch this dude's passes because he throws it too hard. Bro, I don't think Michael Penix is a check down quarterback. Not by any stretch. I think Atlanta got the steal of the draft. I really do.
The reason I say
Michael Penix the best quarterback to come out this year.
The reason why I think he's going to be a check down quarterback is because the game's different in the NFL. And once he gets a hold of some of these first team defenses, yeah, he's going to be looking check downs quick. Every rookie does.
Okay. Okay. So both of you say under for Drake
Yeah.
London. All
And
right. Over.
I can I
No,
elaborate on mine? On
no.
Go
I
ahead.
said
Go ahead,
over
Wade.
if Kirk. I said over if Kirk Cousins is
No,
playing
you
them.
got it. I did. The question ain't over or under if. The question is over or under, and you said under. Go ahead, Waze.
because Kirk Cousins tends to check down. I believe Drake London's gonna go under 1,000 because Kyle Pitts is gonna go at least 12.
Woo wee. Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, I think Bajan is going to
Running
take.
back for Philadelphia Eagles, Saquon Barkley, over or under 1,000 yards.
That's over.
Over by far.
Mm.
They could do the tush push without a quarterback.
All right. Last but not least, that one seemed like it didn't have a lot of conversation to go, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Now y'all were both solid with overs on that one.
Yeah.
Last but not least, and this should be interesting. Over or under 1,000 yards, wide receiver Chicago Bears Keenan Allen.
Hmm. Hmm.
Ooh. This actually
Under.
might be the first time the Bears have two receivers over 1,000 yards.
Oh, so wait a minute. Are you saying over?
Yeah, I'm gonna say over.
He pauses, but he says
I'm gonna
over.
say over.
Oh, that sounds like a fan pick because he paused.
No, no, it's not a fan pick.
Ways, what'd you say?
DJ got 13 last year. It might take 100 off of DJ's, but I think Keenan's
What
gonna.
about the rookie check down? What about your rookie check down theory that you just elaborated on with the last receiver we talked about? You had a rookie check down theory. All rookies do. You got a rookie quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
but
Who
you're
knows?
saying he's going to send two receivers over 1,000 check down yards. That's
Who
what you're
knows?
saying.
Keenan might be a check down.
So you're telling me. So you are telling me that that's a fan pick.
Okay.
That's a fan pick because you just contradicted
Actually,
yourself.
no. Now that I think about it, no. He
Ways, what say
he's
you?
not gonna go
Ways,
over.
what say you? We've heard his
Gonna
we've
go over
heard
1,000
we've
too.
heard enough from him.
All right.
Ways, what say you?
I said he's gonna be under. And the reason I say being under, one, even with the check down in play, it's not gonna be him getting the check down.
It's gonna be Cole Kmet.
No, it's not gonna be Cole Kmet. It's gonna be DeAndre Swift. It's, and other than that, it's either going to be Caleb Williams on his feet or it's going to be DJ Moore out deep. But where I think anyone's touching 1,000 yards is going to be DeAndre Swift on the ground.
Hmm. All right.
You don't even think
Okay,
that.
no. You don't get to the last word, sir. It's over.
Oh no, I was just
So
asking.
I know we're talking about the Bears, and you want to go down the rabbit hole. We're done. We're done. We're done. We got more stuff to talk about. We're done.
Okay.
Next up, something huge happened this week. The biggest news of the week. I have to talk about it. I have to bring it up. Joe Biden has decided to not run for re-election for president, and he has endorsed his current vice president, Kamala Harris. Is it Kamala or is it Kamala? Because if it's Kamala, I'm not voting for her.
It's Kamala.
That's too close to Kamala. I'm not voting for Kamala. If
Well,
it's Kamala, she got my
Kamala
vote.
Harris.
I say Kamala Harris. I say Kamala is the way to pronounce it if she wants my vote.
I say Kamala as well.
That sounds too much like Pamela. I'm out. It got to be Kamala, or I'm not voting for her. Simple as that. It's that simple. I'm that simple. I am that shallow. I'm sorry, folks. I am the most shallow person there is when it comes to voting because I don't care. So if you want my vote, you have to dive into my shallow waters to get it. Otherwise, I'm going with the guy who doesn't who grows ears like we grow knees. We're knee grows, he's ear grows. He's the best ear grower.
Oh, you saw that post too?
Yes, I posted it. But anyway,
Oh man, it killed me, man.
so yes,
I've never seen anybody heal like this.
you've never seen anybody grow ears back like him.
It's because it
Best,
wasn't shot.
best ear grower in the business. But anyway, no, I don't know if that's a real quote or if they made it up. It sounds funny though. You can actually hear his voice saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's fake, even if it's fake, it's funny. I believe it's fake, but it's funny. Anyway, that said, your thoughts on Kamala, as I say it.
I actually think she's the best pick.
Can she beat Trump?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you think so?
I think she can. A former prosecutor.
You think America is ready for a black woman president?
You see all the black motivational speakers they got going on in every corporate setting? Yeah, they ready for a black woman.
I don't think a big portion of America is ready for it, but they're finna get it.
America's ready for it. Here's the thing.
I said a big portion of America.
Here's the thing. There's one thing America's starting to understand and realize, and if I'm to be absolutely 100 with, is they exploit it as well. Black people are really good at motivating. We are really good at making you feel good about yourself. That is the reason why.
I'm sorry, folks. Black women are very good at being selfish and self-righteous and beating behind each other and making you say, nah, fuck this bitch.
That too. There's the dark side to all of this.
But so is old white men.
I was going to say, there's a dark side to all of this.
What percentage of presidents are old white men?
Damn near 100.
99.9. All except Obama.
Yeah.
All except Obama. Okay, so we're gonna take
we'll say
woman.
1.5.
We're gonna take a black woman before a white woman, and she's gonna beat, of all people, the white man, the white man of all white men that have been president is Donald Trump, and he's gonna lose to a black woman.
Yes.
The way they're starting to come at her right now.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced she can win. I'm sorry.
The way that the right is starting to come at her right now, I think it's going to turn off a lot of voters.
Yeah.
Wait, who's coming at her?
The way the right, the whole Republican Party is coming at her.
I thought you meant the writer. I thought you said the writers. I was like,
no.
Okay.
I said the right.
You don't mean the right. But you know what? That's not, sympathy ain't gonna get you into the presidency.
No.
Because you gotta have thick skin. They gotta come at. They gonna come at you hard, and they gonna keep coming. So you gotta be able to take that and fight back.
Saying that she was a DEI hire for vice president.
Yep. And there's a whole bunch of white folks gonna buy that. It's a whole bunch of white folks gonna buy that one. You better believe it.
And that's why this all comes down to strategy. And that's where Trump he has no card to play. Because he's already announced his VP.
What are you talking about? Trump doesn't have a card to play.
Because his whole hand's out on the table.
He does have a card to play. Play the race card. That's what he does. He's
got the race and the women card.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Until a young white VP shows up next to Kamala Harris.
I don't think that's going to be it. You know what? She doesn't have the nomination yet.
Yes, she does.
Has to win the nomination.
Actually,
she still has to win the nomination.
Yeah, it's still not official to the DNC.
Actually, according to all reports today, she's got the backing of enough delegates to hold the nomination.
Yeah, but it's not official until after the DNC.
Yeah, it's got to be made official. So somebody else could step up and say, "No, I want to run."
Okay, but who else? Wes Moore from Maryland,
Andy Beshear,
Cory Booker,
Gretchen Whitmer.
Actually, she's actually been floated as a vice president pick for her.
No, she needs
a young white man. If it's gonna be Kamala, she needs a young white man, or else the election's lost. Period.
Yeah, you can't have two women.
That's just the way this country works, and that's something we're going to have to
And
accept.
let me say this. I'm sorry, not sorry to everybody that's sensitive about gender bias and race bias. I don't bite my tongue when I'm telling the truth. I ain't being
Mm-mm.
disrespectful. I'm not throwing slurs. I'm just being honest. I'm just telling the truth that some people are scared to tell. All right? Race exists. It's a factor. Gender exists. It's a factor. So if you're offended by it, get over it because I'm still coming. I'm still coming with the truth, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to
Right.
sugarcoat it to make you not call me a racist or a sexist. I tell you what, you can kiss
Yeah.
my you know
The
what you can kiss.
the winning option is right there in everyone's faces, but a lot of us are getting caught up in trying to play dream team. And that's where a lot of people are going to start to falter. And what's going to end up losing Kamala the election is playing dream team. Her only real choice is Adam Bashir or Andrew Bashir. And it's
Actually, no,
one,
that's wrong.
he's already got smoke with JD Vance.
That's wrong.
I'm sorry. I hate to say it. I really hate to say it. I see a landslide victory for Trump over Kamala Harris.
No, I
I
don't.
wouldn't go that far. Even if he were to win, I wouldn't say it would be a landslide.
I see a landslide. I see a land. You know how many black men ain't about to vote for no black woman? Ain't no way I'm gonna let no black woman be my president. Are you serious? And are you? I'm having hard enough time living with this chick now.
There was
She too
33,000.
bossy. I know they too. No, it's gonna be. You have no idea
Well,
how many people will turn
last
on
night,
on this party.
there was 33,000 black men that were on a Zoom call that raised over, what was it, 2.3 million, 2.5 million for Kamala.
Yeah, she made raising money. She got people hot.
Yeah.
She got people hot right now.
It
Got
comes
people
down
hot because it's
to
new. Because it's
it,
new.
it
But
all comes
wait till his ear. Wait till his ear come out.
it's all gonna come down to the pony show at the DNC.
Coming down to his earness. His earness is going to. I'm just telling you. I'm not voting for him. I'm not a Trump supporter,
No.
but I'm just keeping it real. I don't see her being strong enough to beat this whirlwind of a candidate named Donald Trump.
I just want to see the debates.
He's
Oh,
too
yo,
strong.
Oh no. She's gonna son
yeah,
she will
she's gonna
son him.
eat him up in a debate.
She will son him. So I'm not gonna go and act like he's just gonna win against
Yeah,
her.
she's gonna
That's
eat
not
him
gonna
up
be
in a
the case.
debate.
He's going to
It's gonna
win
be
this
pure entertainment
election
though.
by a landslide. Yes, the debates should be fun to watch, should be interesting to watch, but he is going to win this election by a
Oh,
landslide if she runs. I don't know how y'all not seeing this. Y'all forgetting what country y'all live in. But that's okay. We gonna move on. And we gonna let y'all have y'all moment. Mark my words. It won't be close. Last but not least, some more fun.
Oh yeah.
Some more fun. And by the way, never mind. I was gonna take a shot at a couple of Trump supporters that I know, but
Oh
I'll leave them
yeah.
alone. I'm gonna leave them alone. We're gonna do it a little different. I've got a list, but we're gonna do the list a little different tonight. You know, I
okay.
like to switch it up. I like
All
to
right.
switch it. This list is about basketball, though,
Okay.
but it's one that you should be okay with
All right.
involved in. And instead of me reading the list, I'm going to have you guess the list.
Okay.
We're gonna go back and forth taking guests. So Rob like to just keep shouting out names. And, I ain't gonna do that. All right, we're not gonna do that. One name at a time. We're gonna go back and forth.
All right.
The top 10 basketball jerseys of all time. The top 10 jersey sales for basketball players of all times. Top 10 jersey sales of all times. Who wants to go first?
Starting at number 10.
It don't matter. Just pick any.
Okay.
I will tell you where they place if you name one. When you if you name one that's on the list.
I'll go number 1. The Lakers.
No players, silly man.
Player jersey.
Players, silly man.
Oh, I thought you were saying team.
No,
Okay.
I said basketball player. The jerseys.
Okay.
Not just the team. The jerseys.
Okay.
Name
Michael
the players.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan is number 1.
Yeah.
Bingo, off the list. Wade.
I'm gonna go Orlando Magic, Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal is number 7. Bang. I don't know if it's Orlando Magic or it's Lakers. I don't have the teams listed. All I have is the players.
Number 2, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant is number 2. Boom. Ways.
Oh, Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson is number 9.
All right. Number 3 is LeBron James.
Wait a minute. Do you have this list?
No,
Because you're naming it by the numbers. I'm not asking you to name. I actually just call out names, but you're just calling out the numbers like you've seen this list.
No, I haven't seen the list. Swear to God, I haven't seen the list.
You're just naming the most popular players.
No, he looked like he's looking at it. Yes, LeBron is number 3, but for him to actually say what number it is making me suspicious because he looks like he's looking at something.
LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan are the 3 biggest.
All right, Waze is your shot. Waze, I ain't trying to hear you.
Steph Curry.
You know you're a cheater. Don't act like you don't.
I'm not cheating.
Don't act like I'm not justified in accusing you.
I'm not cheating.
Waze.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stay Steph Curry.
Steph Curry is number 6. Rob, 4-5.
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter is not on the list.
Oh, wow.
Waze.
Oh, if he's not on the list. Oh no. And now I can't remember his name. All right, so I'm going to have to move on.
Mutombo is not on the list. All right. Magic Johnson is number 4.
Yeah.
You notice he's called his in order, by the way? Have you noticed that?
I don't have the list.
He's seen this list.
I do not
He's
have
probably
the list.
looking at it right now as we speak.
No, I'm not.
Waze.
Dennis
You want me to
Rodman.
screen share so I can show you
Dennis
this?
Rodman is not on the list.
Dennis Rodman, he said, I'm going to say Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan is not on the list. Waze, I'm gonna give you a hint. Since he's cheating. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. So someday,
Jason Kidd?
Wish I was a kid again. No, not Jason Kidd, but good guess. But that wasn't what I meant by the hint. But anyway, Rob 4-5.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird is number 5.
Oh. Not Charles, but I'm gonna go Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley is not on the list. There's only 2 more.
2 more.
Rob.
Dr. J.
Dr. J is number 8. And there's only one guy left there. Wade.
I'm gonna guess Wilt.
Wilt Chamberlain is not on the list.
Of course. Why would he
Kareem
not be on?
Abdul-Jabbar.
You already know that's the answer, so I don't know why you faking it. I do
not, folks. I do not
purposely named 2 people that wasn't on the list. Everybody else he named literally in order in which they came. So he picked 1 and 2. First he was saying it. Number 1 is Jordan. Number 2 is Kobe. Number 3 is LeBron. He said it in order. Then he picked number 4. Then he picked numper 5.
Who would not know?
I said there's 2 left. Then he picked number 8, and then he picked number 10. Everyone he picked in order. You can't tell me you're not cheating.
Share the screen.
You've got to.
Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen.
Don't matter if you share the screen. You cheating the list. You're cheating.
I did not see the list.
You
I
know
did
what?
not cheat.
I hate that I do a game that he can cheat in because he
Okay.
cheated.
Excuse me for
cheated.
knowing that the top 4 basketball players ever in basketball is Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird. Excuse me for those being the top 5. Sorry, not my fault.
But
It's
you
their
know
fault
what's
for playing
interesting?
that way.
You know what's interesting? He didn't name them in order that time, did he? He did.
Oh, I swapped LeBron and Kobe.
He didn't name them in order that time. He knew that time he said number 2 was LeBron. But when he was naming Burgess, he said number 2 is Kobe and number 3 is LeBron. But when he repeated it back, he said LeBron, then Kobe. Did you notice that? See, I catch stuff. I catch liars and lies I catch stuff when liars are lying.
Well, I'm not lying.
And excuse you for naming the last 2 in order as well. Okay, you're not a good liar. You're not a good cheater.
I wasn't cheating.
You're not a good cheater.
That's because I wasn't cheating.
You're very obvious, sir.
I was not cheating.
You're very obvious.
I wasn't cheating.
Ways, what you think? Sounded a little suspect to me.
I'm just sitting here like, wait, didn't he said he had 2 lists though?
No.
Oh, okay.
I did. That was it. The 2 was when we did the over under.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. So anyway, the cheater.
I am not.
There is no prize for the cheater. So it was just time to name them. So anyway, to name them, there is number 10 is Kareem, number 9 is Iverson, number 8 is Dr. J, number 7 is Shaq, number 6 is Steph Curry, 5 is Larry Bird, 4 is Magic Johnson, 3 is LeBron, number 2 is Kobe, and the top selling jersey of all times is Michael Jordan. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the off-season show. Catch you next time. Peace. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, The Woods Network. We do appreciate you watching and supporting. If you like what you see, Until the next time, we have a lot of content, so make sure you do that subscribe. Hit that subscribe. You won't be sorry. You'll like it. We out.